Levels. We should be
Level.
streaming.
Streaming, cord levels.
We say we just hop right into it today.
I'm down for the get down, my man.
It's good to be back. Yeah. Back with my friends.
So good to be back.
With my friends.
We're doing it again.
We are.
Yes,
this
sir.
time we have a Super Bowl champion to talk about, though. And we're gonna dive right in there, I think. I mean, as we kind of get into today's show, we're gonna dive right into the. I mean, because it's Super Bowl time. Let's be honest. And yeah, it was blowout. It wasn't a great game. Drake May did not look like an MVP caliber anything. And yeah, so overall, I mean, listen, shout out to the Seahawks for being the better team. Kind of talked about that going into it. We thought they were overall the better team. We both thought the Seahawks would win this game. Didn't think they would win by that much. But definitely thought they would win this game. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting that it was such a disparity. Because, I mean, listen, New England can run the ball, or showed that they could this year anyway. Drake may look like he could have been serviceable. But, I mean, what do you think happened to New England? Or was this just such a great, dominant Seattle team that, we should be praising them? Because I don't think they are. I'll be honest with you. I think they were a very forgettable championship team. I think this is a very forgettable Super Bowl for most people. And, yeah, I don't know. That's what
I mean, I think the game was over as soon as Seattle made it 9-0. So, I mean, that tells you how much or how bad New England offensively looked. I think the Seattle defense is as advertised. I think they're a very good defense. And, I mean, they were creating pressure, just rushing 4. They took advantage of the 2 rookies on the left side of the Patriots' offensive line. I think the Patriots got away from the run too early because they were running. Andre Stevenson was having a pretty damn good game to start. I think offensively for Seattle, I mean, Darnold started 6 of 16. And then May's stats at the end of the game, I mean, that was all garbage time with, Seattle just playing a shell coverage and just preventing big plays and, letting time come off the clock. I mean, overall, yeah, not the most entertaining game. I mean, I stopped watching after the sack fumble for a touchdown. But I think overall, yeah, I definitely would not put this up there as one of the best Super Bowls. No, I don't think it's even close, if we're being honest. I think we expected a defensive battle for the most part. And I think we got that early on in the game, and then that New England defense just tired out. And Kenneth Walker, I definitely did not go into this game with Kenneth Walker as my top choice for Super Bowl MVP. But he played a hell of a game. He played patient. I thought Collinsworth nailed it when he's like, Le'Veon Bell would be proud of how he's running the ball. It reminded me a lot of prime Le'Veon Bell. But like the game as a whole, the game as a whole was pretty disappointing. It was not very entertaining. I was also pretty pissed because I had good boxes and didn't fucking win. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
I had 7-6 with New England 7, Seattle 6, and I had 1-0 with New England 1 and Seattle 0. Like I definitely thought I had a good chance to hit a box, and that didn't happen. So that made the game a little more disappointing, personally. But yeah, I mean, look, overall, I think Seattle, look, when you look at this season, Seattle was without a doubt the best, if not one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the whole league. So, you had that team win the Super Bowl, and rightfully so. Drake May looked like he should not have been in this game. Like, they did not look prepared. And yeah, I just think overall this was that Seattle had the right game plan, right? They're like, we're going to run the ball, we're going to play defense, we're not going to let Darnold cost us the game, and
yeah, but I think it was another thing too. Is it really exposed New England for having the weakest schedule of I think any team that's ever made the Super Bowl. Like this is like they the weakest schedule of any team I think in the league, and it shows you their path to get here. It wasn't that challenging. They didn't have to step up the way I feel Seattle did. Seattle, I feel like, had a much tougher road to get to where they got to than New England did. And I think that showed when it came to the big game. I also think, and again, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on here. And I'm just gonna go right at it. And I'm gonna say I think the Stephon Diggs halftime breakup with who is it? Cardi B? Is it? Is that who he was with?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the halftime breakup, because I don't know if you heard about that, but apparently they ended things during halftime because she found out that his baby mama was there with front row seats with their kid, with his son too. Baby mama and the son got front row seats. Apparently that pissed Cardi B off. They got into a fight. From what I've heard, from what's been speculated and rumored out there, breakup happened during halftime. She had spent like $1.2 million on the after party already, apparently too. Neither of them went to the after party. Yeah, just big old mess. But at half, it was what, a 9-0 game at the half. It wasn't out of control yet. Like that's a game New England could have came back from, and instead, they collapsed and folded, and I think some locker room turmoil at halftime where you're not really concentrated on the game plan or the game itself, and you got other shit going on around you. I don't think it's conducive for winning. I don't think it's the, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I got to think that played a part in the loss. I got to think that played a part in how bad the second half looked. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
any thoughts there, or am I just crazy?
I don't think. I mean, look, I think relationships, can have an impact on anybody's ability to perform, no matter what you're doing, right?
Absolutely.
Like, even me and you with our jobs, right? Like, if something serious went down between you and Janice, you wouldn't do your job as well as you could. So, I mean,
yeah,
the same thing with me. If something happened with me and Amanda, right, I wouldn't be able to do my job as well either. And
not in the right headspace.
We're not in there with hundreds of millions of people around the world watching us. So, yeah, if that is the case, I mean, I didn't hear about this. So this is actually the first time I'm hearing of it.
Really? You didn't hear about any of this?
I didn't see anything on Twitter. I didn't see anything about this.
Look it up. Fact check me. I could be wrong, but I'm telling you, I'm usually right with these things. Am I not? You've been doing this long enough with me to know my track record's usually pretty solid when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, there's something here. There's something there. So there's a halftime breakup I heard about. Neither of them went to the after party. Like I said, she spent $1.2 million on that party, apparently. And yeah, apparently it's over with between the two of them. So, I mean, I've heard nothing else other than that. So, I mean, by all means, if anybody's out there, they want to fact check me. But I'm usually pretty good with this stuff. So, yeah, that being said, that's going to roll us over into the next part of this. Because, I mean, let's talk about what was supposed to be, or what was the entertaining parts about the Super Bowl. And did you get any enjoyment out of Bad Bunny's halftime show? I got to be honest. Other than not understanding anything that he was saying, I didn't really care. It was all right. I mean, he had a couple, fun set pieces, whatever, and mariachi's playing. I mean, anybody moves to that kind of music. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Didn't hate it myself, but not necessarily my cup of tea of either. Not what I would have preferred. If you would have gave me a choice, probably would have went something rock. Would have went something other. Country. Would have went definitely a different direction. But I didn't hate it. I didn't turn on and watch anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, TV was on, just left it on. Didn't bother to tune into anything else, any other. But yeah, what'd you think of the Bad Bunny? Did you know any of his songs or anything? I think we talked about this. Neither of us really knew knew any of Bad Bunny's music going into this. But after watching him, did you get any enjoyment out of it? Or are you now a fan of that Bad Bunny?
I mean, I said this, right? Is it something where I want to watch a live performance of it? No. But is it something where, if I was out at a bar or, a restaurant or somewhere where, upbeat music that makes you want to dance was on and it was that music, I would have enjoyed it. I mean, I like to dance, right? I like music with a good rhythm and some fun sounds to it. And
see, I think I'm the opposite. And not to cut you off, but I feel like I'm the total opposite where, like, that's kind of music, like, where if it was playing live, I'd probably be dancing. I'd probably be moving. I'd probably be like, but if I, like, saw that, like, that's probably where, but, like, if it's on in a bar or something like that, I'd probably be like, anybody else want to pick something else on the jukebox? I don't know. That's just me. Like, I feel like I would be the complete opposite of the way you just described it.
Yeah, but I think the difference between me and you is I'm somebody that will dance around at a bar or where, I could see you dance around at a concert, but I don't see Hoover as being a place where you're going to be shaking your ass.
So, well, you never know. You never know. Catch me on the right
if the drinks are flowing right.
I've been known to shake.
But yeah, I mean, look, I had nothing against it. I thought the symbolism was really good. There was some, underlying tones with like him climbing up on the electrical poles because of power issues out in Puerto Rico with their infrastructure. So but like having all the flags of the Americas, running down a football field with and giving respect to because I know a lot of people were against the whole oh, it's not American, and it's like, well, anyway. But like having the American flag lead the way, but have all those other countries represented, I thought, the music itself was good. I just, it's just not something that like sitting there watching it live. I was like, okay, I get, it's a little different than when, the words and you can sing along or, whatever. It's a little different for you. But overall, I had no issue with the show.
From all I know is that it was very promiscuous, the words. Apparently he sings about some very promiscuous things. So that's all I know about his music. I don't know if that's what he sang about during halftime because I couldn't understand a lick of it, but you never know. So, but yeah, so other than that, I mean, did anything else jump out at you? By the way, your color Gatorade, it was that lime green yellow. It was that color. I don't know if you ended up putting like $2 down on it, but your color came out for Gatorade. Heads came out. If anybody bet heads or tails, or I'm sorry, tails came. No, it was heads. I'm sorry, it was heads, and it was also the way under on the national anthem too.
Yeah, the under I got right on the national anthem.
But the last note was over 3.5, which I found interesting because it went under. The last note went way over. The last note went like Brave went like almost 6-7 seconds. I feel like when I was recording because I took out my phone and stopped it.
Oh, I did too.
So what'd you get for the national anthem? Because I think I got it was like 113 seconds.
Yeah, it came in like 6-7 seconds short. So yeah, we were right there.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. All right, so had the same numbers, but yeah. So definitely way under too, which was surprising. I'll have to remember that for next year. Other than that, anything else jump out? As we wrap up this season, because I mean, let's face it, we've talked about the game, we've talked about the other stuff going along with it. So now let's talk about everything else. Anything else you're looking for now that the season's over? Anything coaching wise that you want to talk about? I mean, I don't think anything spectacular has really happened out there. But yeah, throw it to you. Throw the floor is open.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, obviously from a my fan perspective, right? I think, looking at Dallas, like, what are they going to do on the defensive side of the ball? How much draft capital are they going to invest? I know there's a lot of rumors flying around about Dallas trading for Max Crosby from the Raiders. But like the Raiders just brought in Kubiak from
They could have
Seattle
just
to
kept
be their
DeMarcus
next.
Lawrence.
I mean, that could have helped, but they didn't even make an offer to him. So, but I think that when I look at the Cowboys as a whole, right? If they have a playoff caliber offense, they have a top 5 draft pick defense, right? So what exactly are we doing, right? Like, are we going to make the right investments into the defensive side of the ball and give yourselves the chance to get back to the playoffs, fight for the division, and not just get lucky because Philly collapses? All right, because that's basically the only reason they were even, had a fighting chance for the division was simply
Your chance for a
the fact
division's
that
over now that we got Harbaugh.
what? Say again?
I said your chance for a division's over now that we got Harbaugh.
Oh God, calm yourself now.
No, I'm jazzed up. You're gonna have to listen to it all off season because
Well,
I think
you should be
especially there's
jazzed up.
some years there. I'm telling you, there's year one magic with this kind of stuff too, where you've seen it this year with McDonald, first year coach in Seattle, right? First time coach in Seattle, or is this second year in Seattle?
This is like this was his third year.
Third year anyway. So newer coach, whatever. Vrabel's first year in New England though, right? Or second year, first year.
Vrabel's first year as the coach. Yeah.
So again, first year magic. I think it can happen. Ben Johnson got deep into the playoffs with Chicago. First year magic. I think it can happen. I think the Cowboys are in trouble next year. I think the Cowboys are in trouble next year. I think they're looking at a 3rd to 4th place finish in the division. They're fighting with Washington for that bottom spot.
Let's see what Jackson Dart is in year 2 before we get that excited.
I'm pumped, buddy. I'm pumped. So,
you should be.
It's the off season. It's the only thing I have to be excited about.
You have a top 5 draft pick, even though it's number 5. You still have a top 5 draft pick. You've got a bunch of young talent. I, without a doubt, think you have every right to think the Giants should compete for the division. It's going to fall on Dart's shoulders. What can he be in year 2? It's really that simple. And I think that if he plays well, they're fighting for the division title. I think they're without a doubt a playoff team. If he doesn't play well, and then you're probably in the middle of the pack because you do have some freaking talent on that team. So, but I think that's the thing, right? You look at the NFC East as a whole. What's going to happen in Philly? You got another new offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts. A lot of people think the Eagles are going to trade away AJ Brown this offseason. So who are they going to bring in to be the number 2 along with Devontae Smith? You look at Washington, and you say to yourself, okay, if they can get better on defense, and what's his name can stay healthy on playing quarterback, Jaden Daniels can stay healthy playing quarterback. I mean, they're just a year removed from being in the NFC Championship game. So I think a lot can happen. I think the division is going to earn back some of the respect that it deserves. I'd rather be the NFC, one of the best divisions in football instead of referred to as the NFC least. I think the NFC should be a good time next year.
Question for you. Best landing spot for AJ Brown. I got one in my head. I want to see where you go with it. But if they're trading AJ Brown, where's the best landing spot? Who do they trade him to?
I mean, best landing spot for him, I think, is Buffalo.
Interesting.
Without even putting any real thought into it, that would be the first team that comes to mind for me.
All right. I had a totally different team in mind. I had the Raiders in mind. I'm thinking they're going to draft Mendoza with the number 1 pick, obviously, and they're going to need some weapons to get him the ball. And rather than taking another chance in the draft on a weapon that may not work out, I think they may try to trade for the sure thing in A.J. Brown and give the kid, a fighting chance. I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Raiders. The only thing I feel like A.J. Brown is without a doubt, the definition of a diva wide receiver. And I don't know if I want to put him at a rookie quarterback. That's the only hesitation I'd have with the Raiders.
All right. I mean, it's valid. I just, so far, I mean, you look at Diggs, you look at Cooper, you look at a couple other receivers that have gone there to Buffalo, haven't worked out. So I don't know if maybe it's something with Josh Allen or, again, maybe the fit's just not right. But, again, A.J. Brown's a really damn good receiver. So, yeah, I mean, listen, wherever he gets traded to, that team's getting a number 1. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. So, I mean, that's about it, though, my friend. I don't know what else you got for me, but you got anything else football-wise?
I mean, I will tell you one thing. I think Eli should have gotten in over Kuechly.
It's
I
an
like the rest of that
absolute
class.
Embarrassment, the NFL and the Hall of Fame. It really is, honestly. They're a joke.
Yeah,
it is what it is, and they'll get in when they get in, but you can't tell me they're not Hall of Famers. You can't tell me Belichick, Kraft, Eli. There's actually a list of players. Where's my phone? Hang on a second. I'm going to find you this list of players real quick because I think I had it on X. Of players not in yet. And I mean, one of them was somebody who even you're going to agree is like, yeah, because I agree. Give me 2 seconds here. Yep, here it is. So Bill Belichick, not in. Eli, not in. Reggie Wayne, not in. Frank Gore, not in. Here's one for you. Jason Witten. I'll be honest. I'm not a Cowboy fan. You know that. I'm going to sit here and tell you I think they're 3rd and 4th best in the division next year. I'm going to sit here and tell you Jason Witten's a Hall of Famer every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I don't know why Jason Witten's not in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Suggs, not in the Hall of Fame. Torrey Holt, not in the Hall of Fame. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Kuechly was great, but, like, I don't...
But it's also the Hall of the Very Good. We know that they've let in much lesser of players than these guys. It blows my mind. It honestly does. Disgrace to the sport. Disgrace to the Hall of Fame in general, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's hard for me to understand how you make that call. Like, Eli, like, Kuechly played in a Super Bowl, and that's it. Like, he played in a Super Bowl, and that's it.
That's it.
Like, and don't get me wrong, was he one of the best middle linebackers in the league while he played? 100%. Could you say he's one of the best middle linebackers to ever play the game? Sure. I think you make that argument as well. But when you look at that class and you look at guys that were on their 2nd, 3rd, I mean, I'm not even bothered by Witten. I think as a tight end, like, unless you're putting up Gronk level numbers, right?
He was as consistent a tight end as you could find, though. I mean, he may not have put up Gronk numbers. He may not have. He put up every bit of, for a while there, Tony Gonzalez type numbers. He put up really good numbers, Jason Witten. Played for a long time. Like, he wasn't a one-hit wonder that was just good for a year or two. He was good for 10+ years.
Oh, I agree. I just don't see him as a first ballot, but
No,
the
I'm just saying.
cowboy
But
that didn't get in.
You look at the guys that are in though, and you look at this list of guys that are not in, and you sit here and go, "How are these guys not in?"
Yeah, the one that bothers me is Darren Woodson. I mean, Darren Woodson was the hybrid safety before there was hybrid safeties. The man could play deep safety. He could play slot corner. He could play linebacker. He's a multiple Super Bowl champion. He led those Cowboys teams in tackles once or twice. Like, I mean, the dude was an absolute monster, and he's literally, I think he only has 1 or 2 more years of eligibility. Like, I don't know how you let somebody like a Luke Kuechly in, but you don't let Darren Woodson in. Like, I don't understand that. So, like, that's the one that bothers me on this round is like when it comes down to Cowboy players. But yeah, I just when I found out Eli wasn't getting in, I saw the class. I'm like, I can understand pretty much every other guy but Kuechly. Like, I don't know how you look at that class and you pick Kuechly over Eli in his second year of eligibility. That one shocked the hell out of me. I was quite surprised by that.
Yeah, the whole process shocks me, and to be honest, I just throw my hands up at this point. It is what it is. I know who the Hall of Famers are in my mind. I know who the all-time greats are, and eventually the Hall will come to their senses, and those guys will be in. But till then, I'll just know in my mind that they're future Hall of Famers. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But I want to move on to some happier topics. I want to move on. I want to get us off of the doom and gloom here of the people not in the Hall of Fame. And I want to kick some off to just have some fun with, because I don't have much else for you this week. We can make it a short one. But I think this is just fun in general because it's that time of year, and it's that year in the calendar. We only get one every 4. Winter Olympics, you watching any? You caught any yet? I have. I've been watching a little since they started. Watched a little of the opening ceremony. Caught, some events since then. A little bit of the figure skating. I'll even admit that. Very little, but a little bit of that. Was watching actually some cross-country skiing before we got this show started. Was watching with Janice. She actually texted me right before we got started to let me know the American came in, got the silver. So I believe that the Nordic man won, and I think he's with that medal maybe the most Olympic medals, Winter Olympic medals of all time. I think he had 7 gold and then a bunch of others or something. Like winningest Winter Olympian of all time, this guy became. So yeah, some cool stuff. Way more to come over the next, week and a half or so, 2 weeks. But what have you caught so far? You into it at all? By the way, shout out to Lindsey Vonn. Sorry to bring this up, but the one unfortunate thing that did happen is Lindsey Vonn got hurt, broke her leg on her run, unfortunately. So thoughts, prayers out there. Hope to speedy recovery. But yeah, it just between the torn ACL and then the fall, it just wishing the best for her. That's all. So throwing that out there. But anything else you've seen? Anything catching your eye? You watching it all? What's your thoughts?
I really haven't had a chance to watch anything yet. I currently have the curling on while I'm talking to you, watching England and or Great Britain and Italy go against each other. Italy up 3-1 right now, so go Italia. But I haven't really had a chance. I've been following like updates on the U.S. women's hockey teams looking really good right now. I don't even know who ended up winning the Canada USA men's game this afternoon. And then, seeing that, the U.S. right now is technically 4th, but Germany and Sweden are tied for 2nd in total medals. But USA is sitting with 7. Norway, though, 6 gold already. So that's pretty crazy. But haven't had a chance to really lock into it, but I will be picking up my viewing, I guess you would say, as the coming days approach. But I just find it so funny that I can get so into curling. And like, I'm not into it enough that I'm zoning out and not hearing what you're saying, but I am into it enough that I'm not zoning into what we're doing and forgetting that it's on. So it's a happy medium, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I mean, the hockey is my big one for obviously the Winter Olympics, the long jump,
The
or
women's
whatever
team
it's
beat
called.
Canada 5-0.
Nice, let's go. So like, the hockey, the long jump, the curling, those are really the big ones. And I forgot how nuts, what's it, the luge, where they go
Yeah.
rocketing down that freaking thing like it's a roller coaster, but instead they're on like this sled thing. Um, like I forgot how nuts that is. Like those people are going fast as hell, man, and they're just doing it like it's nothing. I'm like, that shit is crazy. So yeah, I forgot how badass that is as well. So it's nice to kind of see a little bit of that.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, that's are there any new sports out there we should be looking for? I mean, listen, I feel like everybody's a fan favorite of the curling. Like honestly, I think we actually did pretty well if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to ruin it for you because I think it was on earlier. So if you're watching the replay, I don't want to ruin it for you.
I think I'm watching live right now. I have no, well, I can't be. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning out there, right?
That's what I thought anyway. I mean,
Let's see. This is what Google's for. What time is it in Milan?
if I'm not mistaken, I think the curling team might have won gold. Could be wrong.
It is currently 2:42 in the morning. Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching a replay. No way these people are curling at 2:45 a.m.
We have 2 gold medals so far, and I think that's one of them.
In curling?
I think so.
That'd be so awesome.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it. USA's curling drop getting gold medal match results. What happened? Yeah. So hang on a second.
We won gold, and Erin Jackson actually has now become the first black woman to win an individual Winter Olympic gold medal. But I have no idea in what.
So apparently, the Americans are in the gold medal match today. They won to get into the gold medal match against it. I think again, yeah, gold medal today. The American pair face Sweden's brother sister pair of Isabel and Rasmus Rana at 12 p.m. Eastern time on USA Network. Defeating gold medalist Italy 9-8 on Monday in the semifinals. Watch before it began. Blah blah blah. United States has one Olympic medal, one Olympic gold in curling in 2018 when the men's team won in Pyeongchang. Yeah, so I guess today at noon or tomorrow at noon. I don't know. Maybe that means midnight. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is we're in the gold medal match. Let's go, baby. Let's go, USA. So Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
I'm
all
all
I got for you. I mean, listen, baseball, we're a week away from pitchers and catchers. Everybody's starting to report. So the only thing I'll throw out there, shout out to the Met fans out there. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Carl, Timmy. Shout out to Carl Senior. Shout out to all our Met fans out there. Feel bad for them today. Got news that Francisco Lindor, um, some bone I can't pronounce in your hand. I think it's something to do with your grip. He may be having surgery on, could be out close to 6 weeks. So it's a little bad for Met fans, although he's still projected, I think, be back by opening day, so it doesn't sound too bad. And it does sound like it's just something like a little piece of bone that they actually go in and remove. So it doesn't sound like it'll be too bad. It just like I guess messes with some tendons and ligaments and makes everything harder and more sore when you're gripping things. So this should hopefully alleviate some pain for him. And till then, I guess that's what they went out and got Bo Bichette for. So I'm sure they'll be fine. But yeah, expect him to miss most, if not all, of spring training. But again, that's not necessarily a bad thing because some guys aren't even participating in spring training because they're going to the World Baseball Classic. So who knows who could possibly have something happen there. We're hoping not. I'm really hoping not. But yeah, so we're a little far away from that. And as far as basketball and hockey goes, I think it gives us the rest of this week and more to catch ourselves up, get ourselves more acquainted on what's going on. We know the NBA trade deadline just passed, and teams are getting settled into kind of their final rosters and their push for the playoffs. Same kind of going on with hockey. Once this winter break is over, I believe they are on break because of the Olympics here for next 2 weeks at least. So we got a little bit of time here on hockey. I think they don't come back until almost the end of February, I think. So a little bit of time here on that as well before they get into their final push for the playoffs. So yeah, and then we are just a couple weeks away from March Madness. So I would suggest, my friend, any chance you get, just throw ESPN on in the background, listen to some Sports Center, maybe catch a little bit of familiarity with what you can on college basketball. I'm going to try and do the same myself because, to be honest with trying to find time to fit college basketball into all this other crap just of your daily life is not going to happen. But try to catch some highlights because that's what I'm going to try to do so we can at least make some educated guesses here when it comes time for March Madness, which is fast approaching. And yeah, my friend, I don't know if you got anything left from me, but that's all I got for you.
North Carolina had that huge win at the end of the game against Duke on Saturday night. That was freaking nuts.
Tell me about it. I missed it. I didn't see it. So tell me about it. Hit me with it.
Yeah, they North Carolina. So I mean, the craziest part of the whole story is the fact they hit a three. They're down 2. They hit a 3, and the clock expires. So the players run out onto the court. Fans start running out onto the court. And then all of a sudden, the refs are like, everybody must get off the court. There's 0.4 seconds left. So Duke had, some, Hail Mary of an opportunity. Obviously didn't make it, but like that was some shit, seeing all that and then having everybody have to get off the court was just nuts. But it was a hell of a battle, man. North Carolina is working their way up the rankings. They're still not really like a top 10 team. They'll probably get like a 4.
Duke 21-2 though, so I mean they were 21-1 going into that game, and it seems like really from just looking at the box score here, a tale of two halves. I mean 41-29 at the half, Duke's up, and then they lose the second half 42-27. It was really a tale of two halves.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing I know is there's one undefeated team left. I think it's Miami of Ohio. There's 6 teams with only 1 loss. There's like 8 teams with only 2 losses. So there's some really good teams this year. So it should make for a little bit more of a predictable bracket, I feel. I don't think you're going to have many people choosing 16s or 15s to come out of the first round with a win. But it should be there's some good teams out there, man. It should be nice. Should be a fun tournament.
Looking forward to it. Again, one of those favorite times of year. It's like right now, football's ending. You got basketball and hockey really ramping up. You got baseball starting to heat up. It's just a fun time of year with a ton going on. So yeah, just a lot of fun in store and looking forward to it. That's all I could say, really. Just looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
nothing like the tournament, baby.
No, nothing like the tournament. The only other thing I'm going to throw out there today, I'm going to hit you with a tiny bit of golf news, and it's just because it's Tiger. Tiger's son committed to play at FSU in 2027. So,
Oh, there you go.
throwing that out there. You got the return of a young Tiger to the prowl. So listen, Charlie seems to be good. He seems to be a good kid from everything I've seen in any of the pro-ams or any of the other stuff, the father-son stuff I've watched with him and Tiger. Seems like a good kid. Seems like, a really good golfer as well. So hopefully he can follow in Dad's footsteps. They're the biggest footsteps to fill. You know what I mean? It's him and Jack Nicholas. That's top of the mountain. It doesn't get any bigger than him. So it's so hard for people to live up to that. Like, to be honest, Jordan's son never lived up to it's so hard to live up to that mountaintop. So
Yeah.
I hope Charlie doesn't even try to. I hope Charlie just comes in and tries to be Charlie. Doesn't try to come in and I hope they don't try to overmarket him. I hope they don't push him to be something he's not. Let the kid develop, let him be who he is, and see where that takes him. But, you look at Bronny Jr., you look at any of these kids, they just don't seem to surpass but it's hard. Again, when you're talking about guys like LeBron or Jordan or Tiger, you can't try to aspire to, you could always try to aspire to be that, but you can't be that without being that. Like, so be yourself.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. And I'm rooting for him because I was always a Tiger fan. So I'm going to root for Charlie too. Why not? And let's see what happens. But, shout out to FSU for pulling in Tiger's kid. But to be honest, not really super surprised on that pick, being that they live in Florida. They play Florida courses all the time. They kind of live close to Central Florida, where they're going to be, where FSU is, not too far away. Like, kind of seemed like it was going to be one of those Florida schools. I didn't know if it was going to be Florida, Miami, or FSU. But yeah, it seems like FSU is the one to get him. Got to figure he's getting some NIL money, right?
Well, of course. Not that he probably needs nothing.
Do you think he comes in as a freshman? Here's the question: does he come in as a freshman as the highest paid NIL golfer? I think so. I'm going to say yes, because to land Tiger's son, like, it's almost like landing Tiger in a way. He's going to be at your school. He's going to be at function. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're almost paying for the access, I feel like.
Yeah, like those people paying the NIL are like, yeah, I just want to be able to shake Tiger's hand.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I got to think he's going to add NIL money and good NIL money, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be all right.
Not that he needs it, but I'm sure.
Not that he needs it, but I think he'll be all right.
I'm sure he will be. But yeah, other than that, my friend, how was the rest of your weekend? How was the rest of your week? I hope all is well in the household. I hope everybody is healthy and happy. How is everyone, my friend?
Yeah, no, everybody's doing good. Baby girl's sleeping. Mom's probably getting ready to go to sleep. And Dad's getting ready to take out way more cardboard than he cares to admit, and the recycling for the night. So
that's life, man. I gotta tell you, in the days of Amazon here, it just there's always boxes.
So, oh my god, always boxes, always boxes. It just never stops. But it is what it is, Thank God we can actually put the recycling out, right? So, and then once the summer gets here, I have things to burn. So But yeah, no, all in all, good, man. Spent the last night. I was in Allentown last night. I got a hotel room because I had to be out there yesterday and today. So doing happy to be home and looking forward to my own bed. Other than that, man, that's really it. How about yourself? How's you and Janice doing?
We're doing well over here. All is well. Louis well. I gotta show you some videos of him. Had some deer in the backyard that hopped the fence, got in the backyard, and let him out to chase him around. It was pretty funny. So got some videos. But yeah, no, doing good. Everybody's good. Just bringing it back full circle. Just excited for more sports. Excited for what's ahead. Excited for the next season of football. Excited for baseball to start here. I'm excited actually for the World Baseball Classic next month. I'm going to get into that, with Judge being the captain and all. I want to see what it's all about. The last one was very entertaining. I mean, it came down to like Trout and Ohtani, and they got all the big stars playing. So I commend them for that. This isn't just some weird all-star exhibition thing. Like, they actually take it serious, and for that reason, I mean, you got the world's best going at each other. You don't get to see lineups like this outside of all-star games, and in all-star games, these guys don't give a shit. Like, here they give a shit, so like this is actually a lineup I want to see. You know what I mean? Like when you have Judge and Trout and like Harper and all these guys and saying like I want to see that. Like I want to see I want to see what these guys can do together. Like so, I'm excited. Hoping we win. Same thing with the Olympics. Excited for that. And again, excited for when Olympic hockey and the end of the NHL season. Excited for basketball, where that's going between March Madness and the NBA. And yeah, until next week, my friend. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? And let's go enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah, man. David Hastings 23 on X, formerly known as Twitter, and D Hastings 23 on that Instagram. And yeah, besides that, in the garage.
All right, you can find our unofficial third co-host Louis Aussie Dude at Louis. We're gonna reset and try that again. You can find our unofficial third co-host Louis at Louis Aussie Dude on Instagram. You can find me at The Living Legend on X. You can find us at Champscast on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. That's Champs with a Z, kicking it back to our Sports Zone heritage. And yeah, till next time. I mean, listen, as always, live like a champ, but also enjoy some Olympics. And
yeah, so really, they're replaying the gold medal game between Sweden and the U.S. right now. It's just about to start on Peacock.
Of the curling?
Yeah.
Nice. So, I hope we win. I think we won. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you can yell at me and be like, you suck. But, screw Sweden. Let's go, America.
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 It's America.
America, yeah. It's America.
USA, USA, USA.